I have this somewhere.
I think okay, first of all, I think it's crazy. And yes, I'm going to use the word crazy. I think it's crazy that that's actually like a thing. Like Trump called it the nuclear option of shutting down the government. I think it's crazy that they can actually one day the government's open and you can go see monuments and you can go get your social security card and everything and then the next day the doors just shut.
Yeah.
So did they get back pay? It was only one working day that it was out, I think, right?
I think they get paid, they just don't get the paycheck until it's over. I think. I'm not sure.
You know, I heard somebody funny, and this is one of those things. It's like it was like a political thing. Mm-hmm. People try to be political and funny and whatever. And it says that face you make, and then he was like, that face you make when you realize that there's non-essential government workers.
Yeah, I saw that.
Then why? Why?
I saw that.
But they mean non-essential as like, you know, we're gonna die if these people don't show up.
Yeah,
like police officers. Police officers is obviously an essential thing. A non-essential would be the janitor at the DMV.
Yeah, or the people at the DMV.
The sheriff at the local court. What's going on?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the what happened is they're trying to pass the budget, and to my knowledge, I've been paying pretty close attention to this. They're trying to pass the budget, and the Republicans weren't adding any cap gains additives. They weren't trying to throw in any. I mean, they already passed. I don't want to say we. They already passed the tax bill, so that wasn't part of it. Mm-hmm. They weren't adding anything that was crazy, but Trump didn't want funding for Trump and the Republican. The head guys in the Republican Party didn't want to fund
Mitch McConnell?
DACA. Yeah, Mitch McConnell. I almost said Ron Paul. Wow. Paul Ryan didn't want to fund DACA. And $260 billion. I mean, that's a lot of people say, you know what they say in government, $1 billion here, $1 billion there, somewhere along the line it starts to add up to real money. $260 billion.
Yeah, for every taxpayer, that's less than a penny.
But you can't look at it like that. You're going to make my face turn red. There's 400 million of us. It's not less than a penny.
You sure it's 400 million?
There's 360-something million people in America. They just did a census in 2015, I think.
I think 2010.
Whatever.
Because it's every 10 years.
Oh, you think 40 million people were born?
Yeah.
So look it up. How many people?
I think it's a good time to have somebody tweet us.
Tweet at me.
Yeah, tweet it. Oh, that's right. You got your tweeter. Yeah, you have your Twitter yet?
Yeah, it's real MPB.
That's
okay, so there's 300.
I should probably add you that.
323 million people in America in 2016, sir.
Okay. I was wrong.
So still tweet at him though. Just still tweet at him. You know that? Oh, I forgot the percentage. Never mind. Something crazy. Oh, that's what it was. 4 billion people live in what's called an urban environment.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. That's...
Crazy.
Wow.
More than half of the people on the earth live in what is categorized as an urban environment. So, a city. They live in a city.
That makes sense. No, yeah, that makes sense. Now that I actually think about it.
Yeah. And I'd be willing to bet that the vast majority, probably over 70% of people live near water.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Our cameras keep turning off.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Of course, we're going to have technical difficulties on our first show.
It's the producer's fault.
It is the producer's fault. Where do you go?
We're going to call the producer Rick.
Rick's drinking. Stop drinking that Grey Goose.
Jesus, Rick.
Come on, Rick. Watch these cameras, not the Grey Goose.
We don't pay you nothing for nothing.
Yeah. Alright, so whose fault was the shutdown?
I think it was the Democrats.
Then why did Mitch McConnell vote no?
Because when they first came back with it, they still had funding for DACA in it. And people that don't know, the DACA is... Let me get the definition of DACA. Like what the acronym means. But it's a scholarship program for kids who not only they and their family are here illegally. Mm-hmm. So it's a scholarship program. And I think...
You think?
Sorry, hold on. Deferred action for childhood arrivals. So basically, what this is, first of all, these kids that are in this program are scholars. They're bright stars. They're going to be great. They're doing great because they know what it looks like to suck. They know what it's like. They go, they want to get out of this. They want to be, and I don't think anybody's arguing that they don't want to be an American because they're here. They came here. They're here.
Yeah.
But I think
Without a choice.
and I hate that if you speak out against DACA, that automatically makes you racist.
Everything automatically makes you racist if you don't agree with a liberal.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
For real.
I'm a white male, a gun owner that listens to country music. I must be racist. Wrong. Some of my best friends are black. I love Spanish people. I'm dating a Spanish girl that I love more than anything in the world.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with it. But just because the vast majority, and I think all, are of Latino background, it makes it a race issue when it's a fiscal issue. My issue with DACA is that it's fiscally irresponsible to fund $260 million. Excuse me, sorry, back up. It's billion. $260 billion. That is 100 of the best schools, high schools the world has ever seen. That is computers for every kid in America.
Does every kid in America need a computer?
Yeah. Go to Compton and look around and see how many computers you see. Go to Southside Chicago and look around. I bet there are more guns than computers in Southside Chicago.
Well, yeah.
Exactly. So let's throw money somewhere else. If your kids are hurt and your neighbor's kids are hurt, you don't go help your neighbor's kids first. What do you think about it?
Well, here's the thing. Like you said, they're scholars already. They're not out in the cities. Like, let's put it this way: as for a Democrat, they think, oh, they're awesome. They don't do this. They don't do that. A Republican thinks of an immigrant as rapists and killers. Guess what? Both of them are wrong. Yes, you do got some of those rapists and killers, but guess what? You got some bad cops that kill people for no reason either.
That doesn't mean all cops are
It does, yeah, it doesn't
Agreed.
mean all cops are bad.
Agreed.
That doesn't mean all immigrants are bad. That doesn't mean everything's bad. There are going to be those bad people, but just because there's those bad people, should they ruin it for everyone else? Mm-hmm. Guess what? For the white people, you had the KKK. Does that make every white person bad? No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I don't think...
So why should you take it away from scholars who could help America? Think of Albert Einstein. He was an immigrant. He helped us. He helped us so much.
But he legalized himself.
Okay, he legalized himself.
These
kids didn't have the chance. These kids were brought over here at a young age by their parents, or they were born here from an illegal.
So let's reward them and give them.
Why should we punish them?
It's not punishing them.
Okay, so why should we take away that chance for them to get a scholarship?
Okay, this is another thing that I want to have my opinion as. I think taking away the scholarships is a terrible move. I think not adding any more and phasing the program out. You can't.
Yeah, we don't have to add any more, but
I think letting the kids that are in
it.
I think letting the kids that are in it now finish, because most of these kids finish within 4 years, which is crazy to finish within 4 years of college.
Yeah.
People do it. Of course, my girlfriend's going to do it. She works her butt off. Most people don't take 4 years anymore. They're getting better grades than the average student. They're staying out of trouble than the average student. The problem, they're making it so hard, these kids, because they are doing exactly what's asked of them. Mm-hmm. They're doing everything perfectly. It's not about the kids. It's a fiscal responsibility. It is. That's my issue with it. That's why fiscally I'm a conservative. Socially I'm a little bit liberal.
Yeah.
That's my issue.
The kids shouldn't get punished for what their parents did.
They're not getting punished. They're getting rewarded.
Then they shouldn't have to worry about their schooling to be taken away.
First of all, it's just around the first after you start. If you're a student and you want to enroll in DACA, it's about $2,000.
Okay,
that's a lot of money for any family, be it immigrant or not. That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
$2,000 is a lot of money. Could be sometimes a few months of pay for people. So it doesn't. That part of it was meant to fund itself, and it doesn't even come close. doesn't even come close.
Well, what? The lottery was supposed to help fund education. That doesn't even come close either.
Yeah, it does.
Where's the money at for education?
Bright Futures.
Look at Illinois.
Well, I don't know about Illinois, but
example.
in Florida we use Bright Futures. That's Bright Futures. Most of the kids from a lot of people, if you got over 3.5, you get your college paid for. You get your tuition paid for.
Well, hell, I should have been in Florida.
Everybody should be from Florida. We got 27 million people. We want 27 million more. Let's go. Bring it in. We can build up on the...
I like my space.
All right, move to. There's plenty of space in Florida. There's plenty of space in Florida. You just can't live near a river. Everybody lives on a river in Florida.
Yeah.
Or a lake.
So now, the shutdown, do you think Trump should be blamed?
No.
Then why in 2013 did he say it should fall on the president? Is he going to be a hypocrite and turn his words around?
Yeah, I guess.
Because he's the president now?
If there's one thing we've learned from Donald Trump, he will be the most hypocritical president
That's
ever
true.
been in office. Yeah, I think he should
It's
be.
2013. It was when Trump spoke to Fox and Friends. So it was Fox for all the Republican listeners. It was Fox. It wasn't CNN. It wasn't someone else. It was Fox, a conservative news site. And it was in 2013. And it was a clip posted by Morning Joe. This is what he said. Well, if you say who gets fired, it always has to be the top. I mean, problems start from the top, and they have to get... I'm doing a finger thing when I read this. And they have to get involved from the top. And the president's the leader, and he's got to get everybody in a room, and he's got to lead. He said that further down in history, when they talk about the government shutdown, they're going to be talking about the President of the United States, who the president was at that time. They're not going to be talking about who was the head of the House, the head of the Senate, who was running things in Washington. So I really think the pressure is on the president.
Okay, and the pressure is on the president. How long did that shutdown last? 13 days? This one lasted 1 day. And it was over a totally different funding.
Still.
Yeah, I agree.
Still,
I'm on your side. I agree.
He still has fault in it.
I absolutely. I was just about to say, everybody that's part of it, from Chuck Schumer to...
Everybody.
Yeah, they're all at fault.
Because, okay, if you do the math here, a lot of the reason why Trump is at fault here, for anyone who disagrees and wants to hear a backup reason why I think he's at fault, not just because of what he said, he is also at fault because didn't he say something in the beginning that if this issue occurred, he is a great negotiator, so this would never happen? Because if you do the math, even if all Republicans, the 5 Republicans who voted no, and if John McCain voted, that would have been, 50... that would have been 51. Then add the 5 Democrats that already said yes. That's 56. The it was still 4 votes short. So they needed 4 more votes. So really his negotiation skills should have let those 4 votes, just 4 votes, out of 45 Democrats. Or, 49 Democrats in the Senate. All he had to do was negotiate with 4 people. Or even Judge McConnell.
Sometimes negotiating with people from, especially double and triple term senators, is like you would have better chance if you argued with your muffler.
And you know, that's the other thing that pisses me off. It's not about your fucking party. When you're in the Senate, when you're in the House, when you're the president, when you're in whatever political office, it is about the people. It is not about the D, it's not about the R.
Right. It's about your
if there's a
puppets.
Democratic idea that's going to help people out more than this fucking Republican idea, the Republicans should back it up. If there is a Republican idea that's going to be better than a Democratic idea, the Democratic should back it up. It's not about your party, it's about the people of the United States and the people of the world.
Well, you just explained it's called retrospective voting. It means that when people go to vote, instead of saying, you know how many people I hear says, well, I took my ballot and I looked whoever is ours and I colored them all in.
Yeah, don't do that. If you're going to do that, don't do that. Just don't be stupid. I'm going off on a rant right now because it's absolutely ridiculous. Don't do that.
It is. Well, I can't see a woman in a place of power. Let me vote for the man. That's the dumbest shit. And that gets said all the time.
And you know, if someone said that, yes, Clinton, this election sucked.
I think we're ready for a woman, just not that one.
We are, not that one. But these elections suck. And if you're going to say that you did not vote for Clinton because she was a woman, you're the one who's fucked up in this society.
And you need to understand that it's not 1961 anymore.
Yeah. You are, I'm sorry to say it, but you are the problem with America.
Heads up.
If you didn't vote for Obama because he was black, not just because he was a Democrat, you are the problem with America.
Yeah.
I don't care if I piss people off with this. People need to know the truth.
It's true. I don't think there's many people.
And on this issue, we're on the different side on this issue. I will say I am more liberal on this issue.
What do you mean?
for